Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to study the two groups of mollusks, the last two groups that we are going to study of this type of invertebrates. Remember that we studied before gastropods, snails, slugs, all those. Now we're going to study bivalves and cephalopods. Bivalves, the name, bi always means two. Valves, it's the name that we use for the two shells that have this group. So, two valves, no? Two shells. If you think about a mussel, a clam, una almeja, un mejillón, tienen como dos conchas, ¿verdad? That's why we call them bivalves. Okay? How do they live? They are marine animals, okay? Aquatic marine. They live attached to the rocks, for example, mussels, where you have to take them, and it's not easy because they secrete a substance that sticks them to the rock, and it's really hard to take or to remove. And also they can live in sandy seabeds. Las coquinas, no? We talked a little bit about them. Las coquinas are some animals that you could find around the sand, even on the shore of a beach, right? How do they feed? They are filter feeders. So they are going to take the organic substances that they find in the sand or through the water, the salty water that they take. How is their body? Think about una almeja, no? Think about a clam or a mussel. The body, if you open it, you cannot see a head, right? No. They have a kind of head, but not distinct. You cannot see a head like an organ, no? Not like an octopus that has a very big head, for example. Yes. Here, no head. Then they have the visceral mass. The visceral mass is where all the organs are going to be, and this visceral mass is going to be protected by these shells that we have been talking about that and give the name to the group. No? So all the visceral mass, imagine that this is the bivalve, these are the two shells, all the visceral mass is going to be inside. And here, the joint of the two valves, they have muscles that they are really, really strong. So it's not easy if you have a closed bivalve to open it. You have to use your strength as a human and a knife maybe to open it. So they are very, very strong and big muscles. Then they have a foot. A foot for what? Because I told you that you could find these animals inside the sand, no? Or between the sand. So they can dig, cavar, with that foot. Or they can move. I will put some videos about how do they move, how bivalves move. It's quite fascinating how they use this foot to move. It's nice. Okay, these are the main characteristics that we are going to study about bivalves. Then we are going to study cephalopods. Okay, cephalopods. A strange name. Let's analyze it a little bit. Cephalo means head, and pods, podo, remember the gastropods? Podo means foot. So they have foot on the head, the tentacles, ¿vale? The tentacles, imagine a squid, un calamar. Where do you find all these tentacles? Attached to the head. So that's why they have this name, cephalopods. Inside this group, what we are going to find? We are going to find octopuses, we are going to find squids. We are finding here much more complex animals than in the previous groups. For example, the nervous system of the octopuses is quite developed, and they have sensory organs that are really, really good. We will talk about that. So, usually they are free-living, marine, carnivores. They are predators, many of them. So, they are going to hunt. Okay? The body divided in head. Here you have a huge head, right? Imagine an octopus. It has a very big head. In the head, you will find large eyes. And this is what I was talking before. They have a very complex nervous system. They have very complex eyes. They have an excellent vision. They can see very far away. They are very good. Okay? Then we have the visceral mass. The visceral mass can be protected with a shell. A shell, an octopus? Not all of them have shell. So, in fact, an octopus, they don't have any shell. Other animals from this group, they do have an interna, an internal shell. The squids, for example, not the one that we remove to eat them, that is the internal shell to protect the visceral mass. And also we have an external shell too. The external shell, you could see them in a group that is a Nautilus. It's a quite primitive group and it's quite good too. I think that we will see that in the video too. If not, look through the internet for it. It's Nautilus. Okay, look for it. It's cool. And then we have the foot. As I told you, this is why they are called cephalopods, because they have the foot, the tentacles, attached to the head. And these tentacles, they are going to have suckers. ¿Vale? Suckers es que to attach themselves to anything, to catch a prey, or to attach to a rock, to something. Ventosas. I didn't find the word in Spanish. Ventosas. To join to a surface. ¿Ok? Las ventosas les sirven para unirse a un sustrato, a una superficie y quedarse pegado. And the tentacles also are going to help them hunting, to catch the prey. Okay, and take them to the mouth. These are the main characteristics of these two groups, bivalves and cephalopods. I hope that you understood them. If you have any question about them, just tell me and I will answer it. Okay? See you. Bye-bye.